afternoon baseball from the Motor City, Comerica Park here in downtown Detroit. Today, it's the home opener for this new season between the Yankees and the Detroit Tigers. Folks around here in high spirits. Matt Vasgersian with you on a day that's been circled on their calendars since about midwinter. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, as we get set to get things going, it's the pitching that has to be considered one of the strong points on this ball club.
Yeah, and pitching is going to be important for these guys. No question about it. They're only going to go as far as this group right here is going to take them. And to me, it looks like a staff that's capable of getting the job done. All right, the stage is set. The starters get their final tosses in out in the bullpen, and we've got a good one in store for you, folks. Play-by-play is coming up next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 Detroit Tigers.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two men who'll get the starting assignment here in this home opener. So now let's take a look at Joe Girardi's lineup for the visiting Yankees. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Steve?
Well, hopefully with the wind blowing out, you're not going to see too many guys in that lineup with their eyes too big thinking, oh my gosh, I'm just going to hit it out there into that wind. Stay focused, but if you get something up in the zone, drill it.
Anibal Sanchez gets the ball for the opener in front of these hometown fans. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, Matty, last year he had an ERA over 4. For a starting pitcher, that's a bit high. Looking to have a better year this season.
And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the defense for the Detroit Tigers. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, Matty, not enough people give Miguel Cabrera credit for what he's able to do defensively. Remember, he came up as a shortstop with the Marlins and moved to third base, and now is one of the greatest hitters to ever play the game. But that overshadows his defensive abilities. He's no slouch with the leather.
Number 22.
Jacoby Ellsbury stands in as he can't connect here. 0-1. Sanchez is ready. Here it is on 0-1. A ball and a strike to our leadoff man here this afternoon. Fastball taken inside for a ball. 2-1 now. And the pitch on 2-1. And a good pitch there as he got him to go after one in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Yeah, that's where you need to be selective. That was a pitcher's pitch, and now you give that advantage right back.
And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
And this is a nice way to settle into a ballgame. A good slider there for the punch out. That'll help you get in rhythm and get you mentally involved right from the outset.
Here's Brett Gardner now. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Chopped foul right at home plate. Here it comes, 0-2. swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Gardner is retired, 2 down now.
Batting third.
Well, he's going to get his strikeouts, no question about that, but this is 2 straight here to start things off. I wonder, is this a sign of things to come?
Standing in now, Alex Rodriguez, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Time for a look at the umpires working this one. Behind the plate is Darryl Parker.
Well, overall, Parker is a solid umpire, but I have seen sometimes when there was some inconsistency calling the corners. As a pitcher, it seems he doesn't always give you the same spot when it's on the black.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Back for more from Detroit after this. And now a look at the hometown Tigers starting lineup in this one. Steve, what's the key to starting out 1-0 here at home for them?
I think you really have to be patient in this one. Work the count, take some pitches, and then put the ball in play. I think you're going to have to try to manufacture runs 1 base hit at a time.
Nate Eovaldi will be on the mound for the series opener. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, he's been what you would call a 4th or 5th starter. Got a career ERA of over 4, but he will give you innings, and he is dependable.
And with that, let's give you a look at the Yankees defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do the defensive shifts, so we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along. I can't wait to see how it works.
Jose Iglesias comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The shortstop, number 1, Jose Iglesias.
First pitch here is hit off to the right side and fouled. It's strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. A quick out, number 1.
Batting second.
You see here on show track, that pitch up and in just ties him in knots. If you leave that out over the plate, you'll be in trouble, but if you can locate there, things will be just fine.
Here's Justin Upton now. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. You know, this Yankee ball club entering play this afternoon here, EK. They come into this one in good spirits, fresh off their first victory of the new campaign last time out.
And they were able to put together a good performance in the victory yesterday afternoon, so they'll see if they can keep it going here.
And Upton swings and misses on a good pitch that time, and it's quickly 0-2 now.
Yeah, still a little late with that swing. He's got to get going a little sooner.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. And Upton won't chase that one. It's 1-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
And Upton swings and misses on a good pitch, and he's set down on strikes for out number 2.
He'll be disappointed with that at-bat, but potentially the saving grace might be that he got to see a lot of pitches here in the first inning, so he'll have a good idea of what's to come later on.
Miguel Cabrera gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Hit on the ground to short. Throw on to Teixeira is going to be in time, and with it, the inning is over. Down in order go the Tigers. After 1, no score. The first baseman, Mark Teixeira, makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
Right now, they'd be lucky to just put one in play.
Sanchez gets his sign. Here's the 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And they take him out of the zone here, and he obliges. Not the greatest of swings there for the first out.
Well, pitching like this deserves another look through as we check out the last 4 batters on show track. Here he was striking out the side the previous inning, and he starts things off here with another one. That's 4 in a row now.
Here's Carlos Beltran, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. And he misses again. 2-0.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
Got him swinging 2-0, but he missed the splitter. 2-1.
And that had all the looks of a guy who was going to take a giant hack. 2-0, no matter where that pitch was. EK, I know you never did that.
No, not me. Maybe once or twice.
On to first, and Sanchez has got it working now. There are 2 away.
Batting 6th, the catcher, number 34.
Brian McCann into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. First offering on its way. In there at the knees, strike 1. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. And he reaches for one, but can't find it as he's down on strikes for the final out. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. J.D. Martinez will stand in. He took home a Silver Slugger Award for American League outfielders a year ago.
Martinez.
Into the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider. 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
Well, this curveball, it just disappears. He thinks he's right on it at the plate. And look where it winds up. Completely out of the zone. And that's what you want as a pitcher. You want hitters to chase pitches that aren't strikes.
Here's the switch hitting Victor Martinez. As he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball. 1-0. Bottom of the second here with no score. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Well, the fastball looks awfully sharp here early on. Sound sharp, too.
And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. High in the air out to center field. After it is Ellsbury. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Ian Kinsler gets his first chance here, looking to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Swung right over the splitter there. 0-1. And there's a swing and a miss as Kinsler's down quickly now. 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
2 out, nobody on. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
And again, they try to take him down in the strike zone just to see if he'll go after that pitch below the knees. But with 2 strikes, he's been able to lay off that thing now twice in a row.
And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
So many times, pitchers will get ahead, then they'll start to mess around, and the next thing you know, it's a full count like it is here.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Pretty painless half of the inning, all told. We played 2 full, and we are tied 0-0. Greg Bird will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the 3rd inning.
And maybe one of these guys can break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
Back at it is Sanchez as he moves ahead of the leadoff man here. 0-1. Not the greatest at-bat thus far as he misses that pitch in the dirt and falls behind 0-2 now. Sanchez into his motion. Here's the 0-2.
1 ball.
Way outside. 1-2. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, one away.
And this is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
Here's Starlin Castro. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one.
And I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. That's right there at the belt. 1-2 now.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
Swing and a miss got him reaching. And the throw is made to record the second out of the inning.
Yeah, that's a good pitch right there. Gets him fishing for it. Then nice work to tidy up behind the plate and make the put out at first.
Didi Gregorius will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
Wow, he is spotting that fastball on a dime here early on.
There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball, 1-1. Line drive to center field. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
Yeah, that's a 2-out hit here in the third inning. Maybe just a little something to get this guy out of his early comfort zone and put him into the stretch.
So a runner at first with 2 away, and it's back to the top of the order now for Jacoby Ellsbury. First delivery to him on the way. Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
Yeah, and even though that's a tough one to get on top of, I think he'd say he got away with one right there. That's in too good a location when the matchup's not in your favor.
Now the 0-1. And low, it's a ball and a strike. Third inning, no score to this point. Hit to short. Iglesias is up with it, and he is in there. Brett Gardner stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
From the stretch. Too high, 1-0.
Counts 1-0.
And this one's down the middle, a ball and a strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a miss on the splitter, and it's 1-2.
And now what do you go with here on the 1-2 count? I got a feeling that this one won't be in the strike zone either.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Swing and a little tapper, but it gets foul. Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. And that ends the inning. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Back with more fun here on a Friday afternoon after this. Jared Saltalamacchia will come forward to begin the inning. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third. And
they're still searching for a base runner. It's been 6 up, 6 down to start the game.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Fastball is looked at for strike 2. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Set to deal on 2-2. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
We'll take another look at the sequence here on Showtrack. Now, as we watch, notice that it's all hard stuff through the first 4 pitches. But then on pitch number 5, he finally turns to something off speed, and that leaves the hitter with no chance.
Nick Castellanos now, as he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike 1.
And I think he'll keep riding that pitch until these guys prove they can do something with it.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Too high. 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Just out in front of that one. Still 2-2. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
Wow, what an at-bat he's having right now. He's fought off some tough pitches. He's laid off a few pitches like that one. And now he's worked his way back to a 3-2 count.
Grounded up the first baseline. Teixeira's up with it, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Center fielder, Cameron Maybin.
Cameron Maybin digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. That evens it up 1-1. High pop up. Teixeira is there for it. Oh no, he dropped it.
Being out there during day games, I can tell you, it is no fun trying to find the baseball against a high sky like this, and here, he just doesn't pick it up.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jose Iglesias. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, his swing definitely broke down a little bit last time. He got way underneath the ball. It'll be interesting to see if he can make that adjustment and stay on top of the ball here.
outside target here, and he hits it for strike one. Throw over to the bag, and a dive, but he's back.
Keeping an eye on him.
Pitch out, nothing doing. And this is low, ball 2, 2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
And he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
Now a throw over to first, but the runner's back easily. A runner on first with 2 away. And the count will be full. Payoff pitch on its way. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
Oh, you know he wanted that one. Now the inning will continue, and the guy moves up into scoring position here.
Coming to the plate now, Justin Upton. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
Watches a fastball right there for strike one.
And that's what he needed here with 2 outs. He couldn't afford to fall behind another guy here in the inning, so that's a good job to jump in that driver's seat with strike one.
Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
I'll straighten him up there on that fastball. It's 1-2 now. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. Splitter, 2-2. Squared that one up just a little late. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Tigers strand a pair. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Alex Rodriguez is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
Breaking ball for a strike, 0-1.
Boy, we're well into this ball game now, and he's thrown 70% first pitch strikes to all the hitters he's faced. And when you can get ahead, your results are going to turn out well.
And a splitter here, but he had a bit too much on it as this bounces up to the plate. In there, 1-2 now. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. That's popped up out towards short right field. Cabrera is there for it. 1 down.
The first baseman, number
And this is right where they wanted this thing. You see it on show track there. They wanted to take him up around the letters, hoping for the pop-up, and that's exactly what they got.
Here's the first baseman, Mark Teixeira, now, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike one. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in their knee high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. And the throw to first is there to record the second out.
Now batting.
Boy, that's a really nice play there behind the plate. He doesn't panic. He takes his time and makes the good throw on to first. So score that a strikeout with a 2-3 putout for good measure.
Here's Carlos Beltran. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1. Sanchez sets his sights, coming home with the 1-1 pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-2 now. Looking for his 10th strikeout. And Beltran able to lay off that time, and the count moves back to 2-2. Still 2-2. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Liner towards second, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Just the second hit they've got against him so far as we check on his numbers to this point. He's pretty much been in control all afternoon, so we'll see if he can keep that string of zeros going.
Brian McCann will dig in now. The American League's Silver Slugger behind the plate a year ago. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Boy, he might be pressing his luck a little now. That's 2 straight pitches right down the middle.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
Boy, a 2-out single, now nearly a hit by pitch. You've got to be careful right here not to let this inning get away from you.
And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
And you know what? That's not a big breaking ball coming up high and tight. That's going to get your attention a little.
Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 error on the Yankee line score so far. Tapper up the line. Throw in time, and the side is retired. We'll see Miguel Cabrera leading off when we get back. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go, and we are tied 0-0. And there now is Miguel Cabrera. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
24, Miguel Cabrera.
Here comes the first pitch. Now a fastball on the inside corner, and he takes a look at strike 1. starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Trying to get Cabrera to chase there, but it's 1-2. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. Now here's the pitch. Softly hit out towards short, and this will be flagged down easily for the first out of the inning.
The right fielder, number 28, J.D. Martinez.
J.D. Martinez is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
And you know what, guys? I have been really impressed so far. Not only has he used his fastball well, but he's also spotted it well. I mean, that is perfect location right on the knees.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And rarely do you see a player of his caliber fooled that badly, but he was tied up in knots that time. 2 away now.
I know my job here is to be an analyst and to try and add some insight to what's happening on the field, but folks, words cannot describe how badly he got fooled on that pitch. I'm not even going to try.
Here's the switch hitting Victor Martinez. As he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. Now a big looping curveball in there for strike 2.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95+ mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
Ball swung on and hit high down the line in left, but it'll get back in among the crowd, so the count holds at 0-2. Hit hard down the line toward the coaching box. It's a foul ball. That's smoked, but right into the shift. And the throw from shallow right in time at first, and the inning will come to an end. Nothing doing here this half. We played 4 full, and we are tied 0-0. Greg Bird heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. All right, 4 scoreless innings in the books. What's it going to take to push across our first run?
Well, I think both pitchers have really dominated so far. This is where getting the leadoff guy on is so key. You know, get the pitcher into the stretch, get him out of his comfort zone, then maybe your offense can go from there.
A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Ready on 1-2. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Bird is retired, and there's 1 away.
Oh, this one could have been trouble. But that's a nice play behind the plate to clear himself of the runner and then make a good throw on to first base to get the putout.
Here's Starlin Castro. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 error on the Yankee line score so far. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. Now a fastball that just misses here as the count moves to 2-1. All even now, 2-2. 2-2 count. Here it comes. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Lined hard toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Yeah, and about the only drawback you have to having so many strikeouts is that it really runs that pitch count up. You can see on the graphic right here that total's starting to get up there now, so he may be getting just a little bit tired.
Didi Gregorius is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip. And good movement on the fastball there from Sanchez as he jumps ahead with strike one.
Oh, that's a good fastball right there, and you had to figure that he was looking for that sinker.
Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
You want to talk about throwing a fastball in a guy's kitchen? He came in, sat down, had a cup of coffee with him. You aren't going to tie a guy up any better than that.
Jacoby Ellsbury stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Sanchez pauses. First pitch on the way. Hit well on the ground to first. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
You could see him just basically jumping at that first pitch. He pulls it into right field for a solid base hit.
Brett Gardner will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have two strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first two times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game, and you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
The 0-1 delivery. Now a splitter's in there, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Yeah, you can't afford to be selective now. You've got to expand that zone. Try and put something in play.
A splitter, but he started it too low as it bounces up to the plate.
Still now on 1-2, you don't have to make the perfect pitch out there. The count is still well in your favor on the mound.
The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Yanks strand a pair. Halfway home, still no score. Ian Kinsler comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the fifth.
Still pretty early, but they don't have any hits yet, so you need to get it going offensively.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike one. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, we've seen this before. Fastballs in, then breaking balls away. That's been his MO throughout the first half of this game.
Pitch taken there by Kinsler, and he's out in front now. 2 balls and a strike. Wanted to go after the slider, but he holds off. 3-1.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
Now he tries to hold back on the swing, and the home plate umpire says he did so successfully. It's ball 4.
Still no hits on the ledger, but at least they get themselves a base runner here. And that's a step in the right direction.
Settling in now, Jared Saltalamacchia, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. First pitch coming, here it is. Splitter here, and it's taken for strike 1.
Well, and he's got a great splitter. Now, you're talking 88 miles an hour. You think you can hit it, but it just disappears on you.
Before the 0-1, he'll check on first. Back in standing.
Just checking.
Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. And he takes this one high. 1-1. Nobody out. Runner on first. Way outside. Nearly to the backstop. 2-1.
Sometimes you just let a guy work his own way into trouble and then take advantage.
Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. To 2-2 now. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
And now with the full count, I gotta think that means in all likelihood he'll be on the move over there at first.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
In a game like this, you hope that the bottom half of your order can pick up the slack here. But this isn't going to help much. Go grab some bench.
Nick Castellanos now, as he'll take a breaking ball in off the plate for ball 1.
Yeah, trying to go front door with that breaking ball started it a little too far inside, though.
Here's a look over to first, and he's back standing. Fly ball out to right field. And this will be hauled in by Beltran for out number 2. Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go, right there. A big goose egg in that hit column, worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. So it's a runner at first with 2 gone, and that'll bring in the center fielder, Cameron Maybin. First pitch of the at-bat. And a splitter here, but he had a bit too much on it as this bounces up to the plate. In for a strike. It's 1-1. 2 out with the man at first. Now a move over to first, and the runner back safely. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. A-Rod will lead it off when we get back. 6th inning coming up, still zip, zip. And there indeed is Alex Rodriguez now. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Alex Rodriguez.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Oof, looks like he's chasing butterflies with that swing. It's 0-1.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Especially starting off an at-bat.
And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Chased a bad ball up out of the zone. 2-2.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
In the dirt, but swung on and missed. And the throw is there to record the first out.
The first baseman, number 20.
Yeah, he's lucky this ball doesn't get further away. It's a fastball in the dirt, but luckily he's able to block it and make a strong throw to first.
Here's the first baseman, Mark Teixeira, now. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball. 1-0.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. Getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitter's count here, 2-0.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Got him fishing for that one. 2 balls and a strike.
And this is part of the reason why he's staring a hat trick right in the face. He just hasn't been able to recognize these pitches that are well out of the zone.
Bounce to the right into the loaded up infield. And a high throw as Cabrera's got no shot at it. And now, this ball's going to wind up out of play. And a big mistake there.
And you know this ball is headed up the middle. He makes a good play moving to his left to field it. But then his momentum gets him a little bit off balance, and he winds up throwing it wildly to first.
Carlos Beltran will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Hit hard on the ground to second. Kinsler's there for it. Spin throw. Gets him at first. The only play he had, and he made it a good one.
Well, I think he may have taken the tougher of two approaches right there. I think he did have time to square his shoulders and try to flip it to first that way. Instead, he chooses the much tougher spin throw, but he still manages to put that throw right on the money.
Now the Tigers have some action in the bullpen as a left-hander starts to get loose. Here's the catcher, Brian McCann, as he'll take a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. And with just 5 2/3 innings under his belt, he's about to hit the century mark in his pitch count now. Outside for a ball. 1-1. Ripped on the ground to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Make it 6 shutout innings as he continues to give them fits out there. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th, and we still have no score. Jose Iglesias gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team.
Absolutely nothing going on in this game so far, so we'll see if the leadoff man can get something going.
First pitch on its way. Chopped weakly to the left. Rodriguez is up with it, and a throw onto first by A-Rod is in time, 1 away.
And when your pitcher hasn't given up a hit, believe me, you're going to feel the pressure out there just about as much as he does. These guys know what's at stake, so that's a good job right there to look that ball in and then make a good, strong throw for the out.
Into the box now, Justin Upton. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
It was a pretty big strikeout, too, because he had a chance to drive in a run, so I'm sure he's going to be thinking about that missed opportunity for a little while.
And some action out in the Yankee bullpen now as a right-hander starts to loosen up. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
A much better approach here at the plate so far. Now, he's not working from behind in the count like he has his first few at-bats.
Three and 0 now. At the very least, he certainly established the inside part of the plate.
Yeah, but it's not going to do him a whole lot of good if none of those can find the strike zone.
Three and 0 count. Here it comes. And he gets this fastball over. Back to 3-1 now. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the third strikeout of the game.
Well, the strikeout pitch has certainly been there for him all afternoon, and this, in fact, is the third time he's victimized this guy.
The first baseman, Miguel Cabrera, stands in. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball one. That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Up high, 2-1 now.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Bounced softly in front of the plate. McCann scoops it up. Throw on to Teixeira to take care of him, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. We are still scoreless. Back here now at Comerica Park in Detroit. Neither team denting the run column quite yet as we look at the game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Greg Bird will stand in here to start the 7th. EK, it's been a pitching and defense afternoon all throughout.
Yeah, neither starter looking like he's ready to blink. Neither one of them looking all that tired just yet.
Here's the first pitch to him. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0.
Well, we've talked about all the strikeouts. And the only side effect is right there, though. He's run up a pretty high pitch count now.
And he misses low with it. 2-0. Some action now in the Tigers bullpen as they'll get a left-hander and a right-hander up to throw. And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
And a good job here of making him throw a lot of pitches. I mean, he probably doesn't have a whole lot left in the tank, so the more you make him work, the better your chances of getting a mistake.
And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting, second baseman, Starlin Castro.
Starlin Castro will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time and then a base hit last time around. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lays off 1-0. I know we have a tendency in the media to get hung up on pitch counts, but this is a legitimate workload he's sweated through so far.
Yeah, anytime you get up around that 110 mark, you've put in a full shift, and he's fast approaching it here.
1-0 pitch is a splitter in there, 1-1. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game.
Well, we've talked about it already, but this has just been an absolutely dominating performance out there. That's 14 strikeouts.
Here's Didi Gregorius as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1.
If you're hitting left-handed, all you can really do is just kind of quit on that pitch and hope it doesn't find the outside corner.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1. On the ground to third. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 7 in a row he's set down now as the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Bombers. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. J.D. Martinez steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th.
Still no hits on the board for these guys. And we are seeing some great pitching in this one.
Here's the pitch. In need of a quick inning here, but he starts this one with a ball. It's 1-0. Called strike at the knees, 1-1. Well, pitch count will become a factor here in the 7th. He's about to hit 100 for the game. Fouled back. Scorched to third. Rodriguez fields it cleanly. On to first, and that is a big out to lead off the home 7th.
The designated hitter, number 41,
Victor Martinez will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
Couldn't quite pull that swing back. He went around for strike 1. Called strike 2 at the letters. 0-2 now. You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Yeah, with the bases empty, that's a right spot for that 0-2 pitch. Make him see if he'll chase that slider.
Now a swing and a soft liner, but foul. One and two, here it comes. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
And this late into his afternoon of work, the longer this at-bat goes, the better chance that he might slip up and leave one out over the middle of the plate.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
Oh, that could be the defining moment of the game right there. He's got one more guy to get through in the inning, but that was a huge out, number 2.
Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1.
Well, that's a pretty good spot to try and lock him up inside, but he can turn on that location if that's out over the plate.
Swing and a line drive. Foul. Here it comes on 1-1. Line to the right side. And that's in there. And there goes the no-hitter. They finally break through for their first hit of the ball game here in the 7th. So the no-hit bid will end right here. Jared Saltalamacchia will stand in. And Steve, with the no-hitter gone now, he's got to remind himself he's still got work to do out there.
Yeah, he sure does. This game is not over by any means. You've got to take any no-hitter thoughts and put those out of your mind and go back to focusing on the task at hand.
Double-barreled action in the Yankee bullpen now. A lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. He's ready now. The pitch. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Man, a fastball just misses. It's 1-1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Here's the 1-1 pitch. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
Well, he's not letting them get a gauge on anything here on those first 3 pitches. He saw a slider, a fastball, then a big curveball. Now he's set up for almost anything on a 1-2 pitch.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. So they do get their first hit, but their first run will have to wait as the inning is over. Add another 0 as it's up to 7 shutout innings so far. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now, and we still have no score. Jacoby Ellsbury comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th.
Still no runs on the board for either team, and it might come down to who can manufacture a run first.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
Well, he's really kept himself in the game here by throwing first pitch strikes to about 70% of the batters he's faced. That's kept him in the ball game and kept his team in the ball game.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Throw in the dirt to first, and he can't come up with it cleanly.
Maybe a turning point here in a tie ball game. They catch a break, they get the infield single on this ball. Now what will they do from there? They've got tons of options.
Now the Tiger skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound, and it appears that'll be all for Anibal Sanchez. He'll depart with our score tied, and he'll still be accountable for the runner at first, and the best he can do is a no decision in this one.
Your attention, please.
So a call to the bullpen now, and they'll make a move for the left-hander here.
Blaine Hardy.
Brett Gardner comes to the plate here, and we'll see how they play it with that leadoff man on base.
Yeah, and in this situation, you've got to move that runner to second any way you can. So we're going to see how they decide to play it right here.
Now a bunt attempt here, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. A dive, but he's back. Misses the bunt attempt, and we'll see what's up now on 0-2.
Yeah, that's just not really good form right there. He's just kind of jabbing at that thing.
In the dirt here, and he overshoots him into center field. And they won't get him as he's able to advance from first to third on what would certainly be scored a throwing error.
Well, I'm not really quite sure what happened right there. Defensively, you'd think you'd be able to prevent this from happening. But once the ball gets away, the base runner recognizes that everybody's a little bit lost out there, and he's able to take 2 bases on that play and get all the way to third.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and the go-ahead run stays at third with 1 big out on the scoreboard now.
I love a guy on the mound that will pitch with some emotion. He's not out of this inning yet, but he feels like he's locked in. Did you see his reaction after that strikeout?
Alex Rodriguez will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances. But he can make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And a high strike there, 0-1.
Your job right here on the mound, you gotta think strikeout number 1, ground ball number 2. You can't leave anything up that can easily be a sac fly.
Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. A 2-run shot off the bat of Alex Rodriguez. And this is now a 2-0 lead for the Yankees.
Boy, I want you to check out the location of where this pitch is in the strike zone. It's up and it's right down the middle. I mean, maybe you get away with that to a 220 hitting backup catcher, but not to a guy like this.
Here's the first baseman, Mark Teixeira, now. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. 416 feet, the estimate on that last home run. 1 out, nobody on. Fastball at 88 that time, a ball and a strike.
And we all know that this guy doesn't really have the velocity to get it past a whole lot of major league hitters. So he's got to rely on that location, in and out, up and down, and that was perfect right there.
Tap fouled at home plate. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game.
Well, I'm sure he'll say the damage is already done after serving up the lead, but, you know, that's good fortitude to come back with the punch-out. And he needed that.
Here's Carlos Beltran. As he'll take a changeup here for strike 1.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
Chop this one left side. Taken in by Castellanos. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. The Yankees get a couple on the 2-run home run. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's now 2-0 New York.
Your attention, please.
New pitcher to tell you about, and it's a guy drafted number 6 overall out of North Carolina in 2006, the 6'6" lefty Andrew Miller. Nick Castellanos will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. And that's taken for strike 1.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game, because right now they just seem out of it.
Now a fastball as he has to lean out of the way there.
He will definitely give you something to think about up there. There are no comfortable at-bats against this guy.
Slider is right there, 83 on the gun. It's 1-2.
And if he can come in here and start putting that pitch in that location, ain't nobody gonna touch him.
And that misses 2-2. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
So nice to have a left-handed weapon like this in your bullpen. And he gets the leadoff man here for an important first out.
Here's Cameron Maybin now, as he'll take a look at ball 1.
And that's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
High in the air and deep to left center field. Ellsbury going back, and this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double.
And that's a big double right there, down by 2, but more importantly, that's going to get the tying run to the plate. So we're going to see how they want to handle this defensively now with the open base.
Jose Iglesias will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
And he lays off there, 1-0. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. That's his first double of the year here on the Young campaign. 1 out and a runner on second base. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. A swing here on the fastball, and this will get fouled off to the right side. And here's one that barely misses off the inside corner, 2-2.
Ooh, there's a tough one to take right there on a 1-2 pitch, especially after fighting off so many pitches leading up to that one.
Swing and a miss as he ran that 2-seamer right by him for the second out.
And sometimes it doesn't quite matter how hard a thrower a guy is. If he can locate, he's going to be successful. The location here is absolutely spot on, right on the inside corner. That's a tough, tough pitch.
Justin Upton will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. He's set. Here it comes. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, you've just got to be able to put the ball in play when you've got runners in scoring position.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Oh, tough pitches here, back to back. And now he's not going to give him anything good with a runner at second base.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
You got to be careful with that inside location on 0-2. The last thing you want to do is hit him.
And he struck him out again. So that's the old sombrero there, partner. 4 strikeouts in the ballgame. Tigers leave 1. They trail it here 2-0. Alex Wilson will come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th. Leading off the inning, Brian McCann, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Ball. 2-1. Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. He's set. Here's the 2-2. This is skied out to deep center field. Ranging back is Maben. Still going back. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Up next for the Yankees.
Now in the box, Greg Bird. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Right down Broadway that time. Strike 1. And there's ball 1. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now. And here's a ball hit in the air. Castellanos in foul ground, but this will land untouched. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Yeah, right back to that inside location. When a guy shows you he can't handle a tough slider on the hands, you can bet that guy on the mound, he's going to go right back to that pitch before too long.
Taken in by Kinsler. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
Second baseman,
Starlin Castro. Ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
Here it comes. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1.
Oh, and you wonder if maybe he decided beforehand just to take a pitch up there first. Too bad for him because that thing was right down Broadway.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1.
A lot of righty pitchers will throw that two-seamer to right-handed hitters, make sure that pitch gets inside instead of staying out over the plate. That one ran just a little too much to catch the corner.
And that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night.
he's gotten off to a really slow start here in April. Or maybe this can help him snap out of it. That's a sharp single there.
Didi Gregorius gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Before the first pitch, a check at first. And he is tagged out here. Boy, a bad mistake that time as he's picked off to end the inning.
Oh, man, that's almost unfair. Nice move.
Your attention, please. Now
So with a
pitching for
safe
the Yankees,
situation on tap, they'll hand the ball over to a formidable force indeed. The very hard-throwing left-hander, Aroldis Chapman. Miguel Cabrera will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
And, looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1.
And here's where you don't need to be an RBI guy. You don't need to be a home run guy. You have to be a leadoff guy. Just get on base somehow to give that tying run on deck a shot.
And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
You know, when you're facing a guy that throws his fastball in the high 90s, you know you're going to have to cheat a little bit. You've got to get things started a little bit earlier than normal. And what happens then, guy throws you something off speed, you're way more susceptible to chasing balls out of the zone, and that's exactly what happened right there.
Here's J.D. Martinez. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone, because a few inches lower, and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
And he comes back with a gorgeous slider there for strike 2. And he struck him out. And there's the hat trick, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the ball game.
Well, you get a good sense of his value to this ball club watching this. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts, and now they're an out away from wrapping this thing up.
Here's the switch hitting Victor Martinez. As he'll take a look at a strike on the outside corner, it's 0-1.
And you got to think that guy right there is hoping he's going to get one final opportunity. They'll need a 2-out base runner for him to get any shot.
And it's quickly 0-2. And another foul ball. Hit pretty well out to deep left field. Gardner going back. Gone! So a solo home run for Victor Martinez. number 201 in his career. And the Tigers have cut this to a 2-1 ball game.
One rule for being a successful closer, you gotta keep the ball in the ballpark. And he's still got a lead to work with after this home run, but his margin for error is pretty much gone now.
The batter, number 3.
Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler.
Ian Kinsler.
As he looks at a fastball on the inside corner for strike one. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
In the air to straightaway right. And he will make the catch with ease, and the Yankees have taken game 1 of the series on the road as the ball game is over.
Well, he did serve up the home run here to make this one a little bit more interesting. But in the end, he does get the job done, and he nails down the save.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he definitely turned in the standout performance in this one. He finishes with an even 10 strikeouts, and he was instrumental in leading his guys to the victory.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Yankees come out on top 2-1. So long from Motown.